Hey everybody, it's WillBits. We're playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and, Kay either has amnesia or is dead. Schrodinger's great thief is over here. This room is, this room happened to be... Yes, sir. It's the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee's meeting room. What? What? It's here? I heard they recently moved out of the prosecutor's building. But to think that they moved here of all places. This is getting twisted already.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Kay, huh? What brings you here? How are you holding up?
We're in the middle of an investigation right now. Sorry, but who might this be?
Oh, this is my granny. Let me just, Hi there, Sonny. The name's Bonnie Young.
Is she a ventriloquist doll?
Who the heck are you? She says.
It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor. Miss Jensen, isn't Young the name of...
Granny is the director of the Die Young Hospital.
Oh, it's names. Someone's last name is Die and someone else's name is Young. Probably. Okay. This old lady is the director.
Who are you calling old? She says.
She can read my thoughts. So that granny is pretty important, huh? I kind of wanna touch her hair and just kind of. Edgeworth, stop! Sorry.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, yes, she is. These people are the patient's guardians. You know, the one with amnesia.
It seems she is a bit of an introvert.
Hey, Sonny, want me to cure that bad case of the frownies for you? She says.
I'm afraid that's an incurable disease for Mr. Edgeworth, pal. And it's fatal. He's gonna die of frowning.
Eh? Really, Granny? You want me to say that? I ain't got nothing to say to you, whippersnappers. You're free to do whatever you want. But you better not get in the way of my autopsy.
Please wait. We're...
No means no.
Hey, you don't have the right to decide that, pal. What? You actually hit her hair!
Sorry, Granny is the coroner, you see. And she's in charge of this case, so ouch! So I'm very sorry, but that's the way it is.
What do you mean, that's the way it is, pal?
Well, even if you ask me, I'm not the one who said it.
Why do you keep hitting her? Don't hit your grandmother. Do not hit your grandmother. Don't do it. I kind of feel like I'm watching a comedy act, sir.
Well, we need to get back to the autopsy, so please excuse us and take care.
I think we're getting Weekend at Bernie's over here. I think Granny's dead. I think she's dead. And we're just like, oh, this is my grandmother. Always with her attitude. We received permission to investigate. There shouldn't be any problems. That attitude of his is a huge problem, sir.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do we do now?
We'll investigate the scene, of course. As a prosecutor, I cannot stand by and do nothing. Well then, let's begin.
But the policeman said the dead person is also named Kay. Then, I'm pretty sure I'm not the Kay that you know, Mr. Edgeworth.
We shall investigate that now, but don't worry. There's no question that you are the Kay I know.
Okay.
An amnesiac K and a corpse K. A tale of two Ks. KK. Both are connected to the Grand Tower. I'm certain that this case will lead me to Kay's lost memories. Let's check it out. There's not a whole lot in here as far as like random odds and ends to look at. Although this is pretty big. I'm gonna walk around and just get the whole breadth of the situation. So that feels like, okay, there's like a bunch of library books and stuff. This is a really interesting courtroom. Because I guess we have like the Council of 13 sitting here to pass ultimate judgment on us. There's 11 seats. So it's kind of like the Supreme Court of judiciary concerns. Hey officer, what's up?
You there, tell me the situation about the security of this room.
Yes sir, to enter this room, a special key card is required.
I see, in other words, not just anyone can enter this room.
Need a key card. That will be important.
So the person who found the body was also...
Yes, it was a member of the PIC who had come here for today's hearing.
A member of the PIC? If not for this case, right now I would be...
kind of in trouble. Hi, Kay. Kay, I'm really worried about you. I'm really worried about you, Kay.
Yes? Can I help with something? This is an amazing room. There are large boxes filled with books, a stone sculpture, and sparkling windows.
Large boxes filled with books? Kay, I know you have amnesia. We call those bookcases. It's okay. You'll pick it up with time.
It seems you have also forgotten the names of objects.
Yes.
This might be helpful for recovering your memories. Just repeat after me. Bookcase. Broken safe.
Whoa, 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 great thief. Take it down.
Stained glass. Stolen goods.
Yeah, you're Kay.
Books on the law. Crooks on the lamb.
Statue of the goddess.
Snatched loot of the great thief.
We're having some interesting word association going on here.
Are all mistakes biased towards a certain way?
You are subconsciously wanting to steal things. You just got it. You got that hunger. You got that gold hunger. You just want to, like, steal.
Kay, until just a few days ago, you were calling yourself my assistant. Looking at me, is there anything you remember? Looking at how handsome I am, looking at my strong, broad shoulders, looking at my manly cravat. Anything coming back? Things I remember, huh? Well, yes, just one thing. Mr. Edgeworth, on the viewing platform above us. Oh? You pointed at me and...
Yes?
With a really scary face, you interrogated me.
That happened just a few minutes ago. Poor Kay. The terror of Mr. Edgeworth badgering you for contradictions is your only memory. Oh no. Must be scary, pal. Hopeless. The end of the world, pal. If that's the only thing you can remember? Ah, jeez.
I should show the detective what true terror really is. Kay, before you lost your memories, you got along well with Detective Gumshoe.
Does looking at me help you remember anything, pal?
Do I remember anything? I know. For a while now, Mr. Edgeworth has been getting on your case.
It's not a memory, it's just a pleasant part of my daily life to have Mr. Edgeworth literally always being on my case. Thanks for the reminder of the things I don't like, Kay. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Isn't it pleasant? Aren't we friends now? Aren't I doing a better job? And that you deserve to think about that in my next salary review?
Oh, so Detective Gumshoe thinks it's pleasant. Is he a masochist? Are you enjoying this a little too much? It seems I'll have to get on his case even more from now on.
No, he might. Alright, well, that was really interesting, but not ultimately helpful in progressing our case. Let's go. Oh, that is a lot of blood, actually. You guys, I saw that comment and I didn't think about it. There's a crap, I thought that was like a carpet at first. Let's check it out. As we stand in the blood.
This is Lady Justice.
You sure do know a lot, sir, about the most common statue found in the courthouse. So, what kind of powers does she have? Does she have, like, sword attacks? Okay, is she like Daredevil, and, like, she has super sensitive hearing because of a blindfold?
She's a symbol of justice, not a superhero. Instead, the scales represent justice, the sword, power, and the blindfold, equality. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. And there's a very suspicious-looking nook and/or cranny right here. A pool of blood lies at the feet of the goddess statue. That's kind of a metaphor. Judging from the pool of blood, it seems this was where the victim was killed.
But, sir, the body's over there.
After murdering the victim, did the killer move the body? Excuse me?
Ah! Brady!
You are? Oh! Oh yes, what is it? That voice? It's Von Karma, right? That German accent that I'd recognize from anywhere? Do you know her, Granny?
Good to see you again, Doctor. And as you as well, Miles Edgewas.
What is she doing here? Franziska von Karma. She is a prosecutor working with Interpol and the daughter of Manfred von Karma. She should be jetting around the world right now, having lots of nice, sipping chai teas and whatever it is she does, I don't know. Pretending she's better than me.
The Avasa is a curse overfollow. National borders mean nothing before me. Ha 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 ha.
Your presence here must mean this case has international significance.
Do you know well enough that I'm chasing a smuggling ring and have been since the previous game? By the way, did you forget from case 1? I shall recover all the stolen goods and crash that organization.
Then does that mean the smuggling ring is also involved in this particular case?
Any further information is confidential. I am not obligated to speak of it with you.
So it won't be that easy. Miss Franziska von Karma, Granny says, the autopsy is complete. You're free to do what you want. In that case, we would like to investigate as well. I've heard rumors about you. No way I'm letting you near that body, or anybody if I have anything to say about it. You're that prosecutor who's about to get the boot. You best run on home now, Sonny. Just so you know, I wasn't the one who said that, okay? It was Granny. I think you guys are cool. I like you guys. We're best friends.
But please, Granny, we need to investigate. No matter what.
Hey, Lassie, who are you calling Granny? I'm not your grandmother. How about you get off my grill? Yeek.
I'm sorry.
We're not getting anywhere. I guess I have no other choice. Franziska, please allow us to aid you in your investigation. I will be your subordinate. We must examine that body in order to find out what happened to Kay.
Dr. Faraday.
I'm asking you too, sir. Kay's in really bad shape.
I don't know what's going on, but fine, I'll grant you permission, especially since I got to lord it over you yet again.
You have my thanks.
Of course, I didn't say it would come without a price. You will explain everything to me later.
We really owe you one, sir.
I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy.
Ouch!
So that's how it is. If you'd be so kind as to authorize him to, Doctor.
I suppose it's fine if he was a prosecutor from Interpol. It's what she says, and I fully agree with Granny. I think it's great. It's awesome. I like it.
As if on common names, the entire world will be judged. That's just common knowledge.
It's rather conceited for common knowledge.
There's none of my beeswax here anymore, is what she says. I hope you don't get in trouble for this.
So needn't I? My reputation would not be shaken by something so petty.
Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing his badge. Don't ask about that, Franny. Alright! Working for Franny. Our favorite. Let's go look at the body. And whatever this is down at the bottom. The body first, body first. Oh, we can see it from here. This body, it's not Kay, sir. It doesn't look like her at all. She's wearing a white suit. She's got a credit card. Kay would never charge anything to credit. She uses gold doubloons exclusively. Of course it isn't. Kay is alive after all. Her age is, I guess, around 30, and she's wearing a pantsuit. Maybe she worked in one of the offices in this building. So identity is still unknown. The question now becomes, why did the police believe her name was Kay? I will rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny, and I can already see it. There's a note here that says Kay. It's not super legible at this resolution, but I can read that bottom thing. This notebook. Huh? Isn't that Kay's promise notebook? The one she keeps on her hope chest? That we all know about? This is the notebook she wrote all of her promises to her father in. It really takes me back, sir. Yes. Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. When Kay was young, she and her father wrote the promises they made in this notebook. However, why is it in a place like this? Now that you mention it, I once heard something from Detective Bat a long time ago. It seems that before anyone had noticed, Kay's memento had gone missing. What? So a piece of evidence that was in police custody went missing? Detective Bat frantically searched all over for it, but it seems he never found it. What could this mean? Why was the missing notebook found here? You there, do you happen to know anything about this notebook? The victim was carrying this notebook when we found her. That was the only evidence we had to identify the body. So that's why you called her Kay. What a misleading victim. What a misleading victim, huh? Why did she have Kay's notebook? Sure would like to have some information on the victim's identity. Emma was in the first Ace Attorney investigation game. They actually came out immediately after Apollo Justice. So these two came out later. But all the rest of the games came after these. So Emma did exist in Apollo Justice. But I think, right? Although the timeline's fuzzy. It's fine. Let's look around and find some more things. Like this very familiar looking flower. Something seems to be pinned to her jacket. It's made out of purple cloth. Looks like it's been forcibly torn off, doesn't it? Let's deduce. Is this one somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Because Deduce showed up immediately after inspecting it, and it's definitely related to the purple corsage. The purple flower had with her. I wonder if that originally belonged to the victim. Now that you mention it, the cloth does look the same as the one on the pin. Yes, let's compare them without delay. It's a perfect match, sir. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. The fact that this flower belongs to the victim means... that can only mean that Kay Faraday came in contact with the victim. And about that corsage, it looks like it was forcibly ripped off. There's a possibility that Kay Faraday is connected to this case, and depending on the situation, we may have to consider her as a suspect. What do you say? There's no way she did it. She can't even remember who she is. It's unthinkable. cake can never do that, sir.
However, it's true we have no evidence to deny that claim.
It's nothing more than a possibility at the moment. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth?
Indeed. For better or for worse.
Alright. I want to look at this card. Like, I should probably be looking at, like, all the blood and the bullets and stuff. But I'm more interested in the color details.
There's a burn mark on her hand. Is it connected to the cause of death? No, it appears to be an old scar. She probably got it for a long time ago. It seems there is something in her hand. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir. Understood. This is... Oh, I know. This must be a gift card from a department store. Yeah!
It seems to be a key card.
Why?
The question is, what was this key card for?
It's for getting into this room. Is this a locked door murder again somehow? We'll combine those in just a moment.
There doesn't seem to be anything in this pocket.
That's not what I was looking at. This pocket has holes in it, sir.
Judging by how the cloth was pierced, she must have been stabbed by some sharp object.
Okay, they're very round, so I thought they were bullet holes, but maybe if someone was with like an ice pick or something. Oh, your coins would fall out of those holes, sir. I think the coins are the least of your problems.
Detective, haven't you ever heard of a wallet?
Of course I have, sir. I just use my pockets, though. Most people do, right? Because most people never have more than like $1 or $2 at a time, right? Tell me that's common, right?
Never mind.
Blood in your hand, gloves. Let's get the hand first. Also, the candelabra is interesting. Was she triple stabbed with the candelabra, actually? Judging by how far apart those holes are? Is that the murder weapon?
The left side of her white jacket has been stained a deep red. This jacket, the buttons are on the right side.
Isn't that normal, sir? All of my clothes have the buttons on the right side.
For women, it is normal to have them on the left side.
Is it? Is that true? I've never buttoned a women's jacket before, apparently, or thought about it very hard. Mr. Edgeworth, you really do know everything.
Not that I've ever worn a women's jacket before, or am right now. Haha. That's just common knowledge. There doesn't seem to be anything out of place. There's something white in her pocket.
The gloves, pure white ones. One for each hand, sir.
They don't seem to be dirty. Could they be the victims?
I mean, they probably be folded up that nice in her thing. I'm gonna look at what I now believe to be the murder weapon. Could this be the murder weapon, sir?
A three-pronged candelabra. It's consistent with the number of stab wounds. She was probably stabbed by the prongs of the candelabra.
Is it possible that she just, like, fell over onto a candelabra? I don't think that's how that works. A candy zebra? Are you also just hearing what you want to hear?
I'm afraid it's not quite what you're imagining, Detective. A candelabra is a candlestick holder with multiple arms. Didn't you see Beauty and the Beast? It's Lemure, the guy who... Never mind.
So it's a candle holder. Huh. I just used light bulbs, sir. You know, one time I forgot to pay my electric bill, and I had to get by only with candles. But I didn't have anywhere to put them, so I bought a cake. It's a Mitch Hedberg joke that I ripped off.
What time period are you from?
I mean, it's not bad to have candles. What if there's a power outage and you can light a candle? That's a good thing to have on hand in case of an emergency, Edgeworth. Okay, let me look at her head, because there's also blood on her head.
Button. There's some blood on her head.
Maybe she was hit with something.
We don't know that for sure. Our investigation will ultimately clear that up.
Also, didn't she just have an autopsy done? Information, please. I guess we could talk to her and get it. Okay, first things first, we have the logic button. We know that you have to use a key card to get in this room, so that's related probably to this key card. Yes.
Perhaps the key card the victim was holding is for this room.
I'll go find out, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back! From this room's security system, we were able to retrieve the data of the victim's card.
So that means the victim was able to freely enter this room. If the card actually belonged to the victim, of course. Yes, of course.
Keycard data jotted down. Alright, so... Okay. That's it, we're done. We found everything.
So the victim's identity remains unknown.
Kinda wish I'd talked to the granny, except she probably wouldn't have told me anything, and they would have just done more silly hitting each other comedy acts, so forget it.
Should you really still be calling me Kay?
Of course. What are you saying, pal?
Thank you, but then what about that woman?
She's someone who you may have killed.
So that's all we know. Ha ha ha. Don't be mean to Kay, Franny. She has amnesia. Feel sorry. Have some empathy. There's no way that's true. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
I also do not believe you killed her, but it's possible, but I don't believe so. You are such a naive man, Miles Edgeworth.
Here I come to save the day!
That voice.
I know it! Don't you quote Mighty Mouse at me!
So don't be afraid anymore, for the best prosecutor is here today! Hi guys, it's
Pardon the interruption.
Mr. Edgeworth, get away from the victim! Quit stabbing her, she's already dead! You monster! I have inherited her dying wish. No one asked for you.
Did you know the victim? Just as I thought. The goddess of law will surely reveal the truth to us. So please, rest in peace.
That's right, Justine. Now that I'm here, everything will be A-OK. The culprit will rue the day he crossed paths with me.
Miles Edgeworth! Who is this fool of a man? I don't like him. I'm going to hit him until he is no longer talking. However long it takes. Why is she glaring at me? I don't like, no.
You are Francisca von Karma, am I correct? I apologize for my late introduction. I am Justine Courtney.
Pleasure to meet you.
And the deceased individual is Attorney Jill Crane, one of the members of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. Boom! Nailed it! I knew something before you did. The best! Boop, boop, boop.
I see. So that's why she had the key card. I take it you're in charge of this case?
That's right. And with me in charge, this case is as good as...
That reminds me, I haven't caught your name yet. Oh, don't get him started. Don't let him get started.
If you just wanted to know my name, you didn't have to... Hey! I'm just...
To state your name, I will not tolerate any unnecessary remarks.
Sebastian, the best. I'm the best. I'm the best one there is. Don't hit me.
It seems the pecking order has been decided, and as usual, Francisca is doing all of the pecking.
Mr. Sebastian the best. Here, this is from Granny. This is, the autopsy report. I get it. Because I'm the best. Boop! Alright. It seems you've been bested, Mr. Edgeworth.
This wasn't a competition to begin with.
My job is done. May we meet again in front of another corpse. Okay, let's go home quickly. I need some noodles. I'll be leaving too. We're attached. Take care, everyone.
Not convinced that we're not getting Weekend at Bernie's over here. Not convinced.
The victim's head wound was post-mortem.
Sebastian,
And the candelabra dealt the fatal blow. Estimated time of death is late last night. What is it, Justine? Why do you gotta lay it off the gavel?
But I do appreciate your enthusiasm. Perhaps you should give your tongue a rest. You might pull a muscle. That would be painful indeed. Okay, glad we at least get to read the autopsy and have it to reference.
Anyways, it's quite clear now. Kay Faraday must be arrested.
What? What's the big idea, pal?
It's just as he says, Detective. The culprit is Miss Kay Faraday. The young lady in bandages over there, although she's not wearing her usual attire. Are you not Miss Kay Faraday?
And what would you do if she is Kay? If you're going to arrest her? Then I will resist by any means necessary. That I guarantee you. I mean legal means. I'm not gonna hit you. Probably.